This is a war on women.
A war on women, you say? It's almost like they've never heard of the saying, hell hath no fury like a woman's gone.
Equal pay advocates have put the government on notice. Women are not going to accept its radical overhaul of pay equity laws without a fight.
We all know that women are going to be fighting back. But where is that fight going to begin? I wonder, are our radical feminists like Speak Up for Women and Annie O'Brien screaming from the rooftops about this? Oh, look at that. Nothing's been said. Surely the National Council for Women has said something about this. Nothing. Curious. Or is it? I think it's pretty clear by now that all the organizations out there that feign to advocate for marginalized communities are actually AstroTurf puppets, and those that are legitimate have been infiltrated by AstroTurfing puppets.
They can kiss my fat ass, my darling.
So it's pretty clear it's up to all of us to do something for all of these claimants who have had their claims cancelled under this rushed legislation. I'm talking about the entire teaching workforce across all ages. You see, the majority of the teaching workforce are women. In early childhood, it's 97%. In primary school, it's 85%. However, high school teachers is 63% female, which means under the new legislation changes, they cannot resubmit their claim. We're talking about social workers, librarians, and youth workers. We're talking about educational psychologists, corrections psychologists, and probation officers. And the probation officers can no longer reapply under the new legislation because, well, the females make up 68% of the workforce, just falling short of the 70% new threshold. We were also talking about hospice workers, plunket nurses, lab staff, and midwives. Every single one of these roles, predominantly female and absolutely crucial to the backbone of this society, all shafted. It's not like the gender pay gap is a myth or unrecognized here in New Zealand. As of June 2024, it was sitting at over 8%. And this statistic gets worse for Māori and Pacifica women. As of 2021, it was sitting at 27%, as reported by the very women's council who say nothing now. So what can you and I do to support these women and these organizations? Well, first and foremost, we can head over and sign their petition. Their petition calls for reverse all claim cancellations by restoring existing pay equity claims, including for care and support workers, teachers, and library assistants. Undo Equal Pay Act changes that make it impossible for people working in female-dominated professions to achieve and keep pay equity. Deliver pay equity settlements to every worker waiting for their claim. These demands don't seem unreasonable, do they? Their petition currently sits at almost 40,000 signatures out of their 45,000 goal. So we need only another 5,000 or potentially more. So if you agree with these demands, I suggest you head over and sign the petition and show your support. If you feel like signing a petition is just not enough to help support and protect these important professions, you can also go out of your way and contact a couple of ministers. Some key ministers for you to contact are the Minister of Workplace Relations, Minister for Justice, and the Honourable Minister for Women. In your respectful and professional email to these ministers, you can outline your specific objections to this legislation, request a review or reconsideration, and request a detailed explanation of their rationale and how exactly this is going to be helping women get equal pay. Signing petitions and emailing the ministers is just a start. That's letting them know that we want our voices heard. Of course, taking to social media, speaking about the issue yourself, and sharing other people's content and stories will also help support removing this ridiculous, rushed legislation. The next important step will be the legal challenge that these organizations and the entire nation should be raising with this government. The Human Rights Commission, specifically the Equal Opportunities Commissioner, has already expressed concerns about these rushed law changes. This government has opened itself wide up to a judicial review. This could be based on the fact that the retrospective legislation unfairly disadvantaged the existing claimants. It potentially breaches natural justice and the legal principles of fairness. amongst many other things. Not only that, but a representative action could be put together by the 33 claimants against the government. There are many different avenues that these claimants could take in regards to legal action. So if you want to help prevent this current government from taking us back decades in women's rights, in equal rights, in fair pay, in equal pay, then get involved, sign the petition, get emailing, and get yourself ready to support any future legal action.